Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind morning show.
Oh yeah, you already know. This is gonna be an interesting one. It's Wednesday. I got some people with us today. We got B-Todd.
What up, though? Top of the top, ladies and gentlemen.
And we got some, let me tell you, this lady, she is so beautiful. She's an actress. She know how to walk in heels, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
when she walk in the room,
she don't look like she about to trip or nothing.
Look
like she be gliding.
But she ain't here. So Brittany Chanel is here in her place.
Don't play her like that. Don't play her like that.
So jealous of me. Good morning, y'all. Miles is perfect. I love it. I love it. Don't get mad at me. I love it.
Anyway, welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. Y'all know what we do we do this every Monday through Friday, 9:15ish to 11:30ish whenever we get started.
I was on time.
Yes, you was. We was all on time.
I was on time.
I mean, it's just that the camera was slippery. Really, Brittany? I don't know.
That one was loud.
I ain't talking about the crunch. I'm talking about what you did afterwards, but that's okay. I wish you would have caught that on camera.
I'm glad you did it.
I would have talked about that forever.
See, God be protecting me.
Yeah, God do be protecting you. That's because we got some beautiful people in the studio today. But before we talk, bring up our guests is here. We got a couple of special guests going to be coming on to live video, hopefully this week.
He didn't say today. He said this week.
I mean, no, it's going to be today, hopefully, if everything go right. Because, you know, when people be up there in the echelon, they require different things. And
I do.
Yeah.
You are absolutely correct. I do.
I wouldn't talk about you. I wouldn't talk about you.
I
Brittany.
require a lot of different
food through the phone type stuff.
Yeah.
I do. I prefer a certain type of water.
Yeah,
I like natural spring water.
No,
yes,
that's fine.
you are absolutely correct.
You look like that's all you drink, so I get it.
Yes, you're right.
Brittany.
Well, you said I had presidential energy. I didn't realize that until I realized it.
Yeah. Brittany is type one all orange Skittles.
You know, I don't even really eat Skittles.
Okay.
I don't really like things to be sticky in my teeth.
She get on my damn nerves. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to cuss because we have somebody of higher value here today. We like to acknowledge our super engineer and producer on the ones and twos, bringing us to you, the one and only Miss Brittany, Miss Shannon Chan.
Miss Brittany.
I'm sorry, Brittany.
What up, Telly?
What's going on?
Brittany over there eating the apple.
Hey, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah, something does keep a doctor away. Not having insurance.
That's not true.
No, some doctors ain't gonna see you without
That's
going.
what urgent care is for.
No, urgent care you got to pay now.
No. You going to the wrong one.
No, well, hold on. Which one you gotta go to for free?
You gotta go with the Arabics at.
Huh?
You gotta go with the Arabics at.
You definitely gotta go with the Arabics, huh?
It may be free up front, but you gonna pay regardless.
No, you gotta go. You gotta go to Muhammad and no, too soon. Okay.
You said they don't do nothing for you. That's. I mean, they pride themselves on having that in their community too.
Yeah, they do.
They really do.
No, but I tried to go to the Arabic area, right? Mm-hmm. They're like $85.
That didn't sound Arabic. That sounded like Indian. Right. That didn't even sound Arabic. That sounded more like Indian.
Arabics are from India. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so anyway, today I got a gas station chronicle.
All right.
You went to the gas station. You only must put like $10 in your car.
Yes.
You have to. Because you go to the gas station entirely too much.
If you watch Rise and Grind Morning Show, I said I filled my tank up. I ain't go for gas this time.
Coffee sometimes.
Coffee, yes.
And looks.
Yeah.
Or just to go and look.
Yeah.
And see if you can have a chronicle.
Right.
What? I mean, I don't like the gas station that much.
I mean,
in fact, I feel like it's a waste of my time.
No, it wasn't wasting my time because it was on the way. Anyway,
I just hate to stop especially when I'm grooving.
I had to pull over because I seen little kids running around in this little Jeep Cherokee thing.
What time did you go? They should have been in school.
No, they was going to school.
What time did you go?
Okay, I was going to see my sneaky link. Okay, at 7:34.
For 15 minutes.
For 15.
That's all you need. if it's right.
Clock in.
Yeah. Clock that T.
Miles stop.
I ain't clock that T. Like it's up too high.
And no, when you do this, you look like you're autism. You don't know.
No, it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Clock it like yours up here.
Yeah, you look like you're trying to do slow sign language or something.
Like just clock it, and then you don't even have to do it that much. Just clock it. Like,
please don't engage into her.
Because you know I'm gonna act it out.
Her mess up.
Oh my god.
The real actor in the building.
Okay, the real actor in the building. Okay. Whatever. Today we got a beautiful guest here today. The one and only Miss Lady Priscilla Crawford is in the building, y'all. Hey, Miss Crawford.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
I'm glad.
I hope everyone's on their best behavior.
Don't be. I like people to just be who they are.
You gonna get the real me?
Yeah, we know
Miles on the other hand.
Yeah.
That's what we still praying for.
Well, you know what?
We are. We still praying for you.
Keep on.
We are.
Because it took a whole lot for me to get out of this bed this morning.
Did you roll over?
I just went to sleep. I just went to sleep at 6.
How did you get out of the bed? Did you roll over or did you get up?
He can't say.
You don't even know.
This how you do end it all. Your mama. Anyway,
That didn't
do it.
No, it
Too
didn't.
soon. Okay.
I mean, I just felt I didn't like the weather this morning. I was so excited because we had good weather the other day, and then I wake up to this nonsense, and I want to leave Michigan. That's why I went to New York.
You ain't going no damn New York.
In my mind, I went to New York.
And the funny thing is, she hates New York.
Yeah.
I do. I hate it with a passion, but I went because
Brittany, the rats is bigger than you. Okay?
They are, but I just feel like New York, like everything, they so passionate about everything that they do. Like,
and
they come from their heart, like they soul.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's what they steal. That's how they steal your purse, from the heart.
But when I go, I usually have my purse like
right here,
right
by
here.
your heart.
You know what I'm saying? By my heart. It's like they ain't coming right here. And that's how I feel when I go to New York. But anyways, I'm sorry. What are we talking about today?
Today,
let's get to the topic because we all over
today's
the place.
topic. Miss Crawford, you gonna be with us through the whole thing?
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here.
Cool. Nice. Well, have some fun because you ain't gonna like Brittany. Okay, I like you, Brittany.
I don't care about you liking me.
Okay.
I'm not here for you to like.
Oh, do what?
I'm not.
I don't like you. You love. I'm gonna say something, but you know, Miss Crawford down at the table.
She got my back.
Okay.
I sure do.
Oh, pray.
She got my back. So I'm not worried.
See what happened when you with the Lord?
You know, you don't have to worry about anything.
At all.
Not a thing.
You don't have to worry about anything. I'm not worried.
All right.
So what's the topic for today?
I'm trying to figure out. I think Shanny trying to figure it out.
No. Thanks, now. There you go.
Thank
There
you.
we go.
You heard that too?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just. Okay.
How to get rid of inner city violence.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and leave.
Well, all right. I'll talk to y'all later.
Goodbye.
The truth that you hear what you see what the words say, inner city.
Yeah.
And it's for a reason.
You got to get out of the city.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Most things implode in the inner city because there's no attention on the inner city. I mean, this is
No, they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They only care the outers and the downtown areas, the attractions of the city. Shout out to the casinos for ruining a lot of lives because the casinos, they think it's drugs. No, it was the casinos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You said they think it's what?
They think it's drugs, but it was casinos. The casinos tore Detroit the hell up.
Really?
People losing all that money.
Losing their money. No,
The house always win, bro.
No. And car titles, house titles. More. I mean,
Well, you know they train you from little kids, right? That's why I was saying, like, when you go to Chuck E. Cheese, I'm set up like the casinos.
Yeah.
You don't know where the clocks are. You don't know the windows. It's just all of these big games and all these things.
I
like
never thought about it.
They start us from childhood.
Yeah, and they got hood rats there.
I don't know what hood rat.
Chuck E. Cheese is a hood rat. He a rat.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the pizza is good.
It's crazy that it's
It
good.
used to be.
It's kind of
No,
flat.
it still
I think probably back in the day, like it probably used to be good, but like
You
now,
know, there's an age difference here.
No.
So.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, she meant it like that. She
No,
be
I
slick like
did
that.
it because the
No,
last
I meant it like that.
Oh, she meant okay.
Well, but it said not sound better, right? Anyway, go to hell, Brittany.
I'm saved.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
need
not
to-
going there. I'm not going there at all.
Okay. Well, since you're not going to hell,
A lot of people aren't, believe it or not, but that's a whole nother
a
topic.
lot of people not. They not.
Listen, y'all gonna be surprised. There's gonna be some people that made it. You gonna be like, "How you get here?" Y'all gonna be surprised. Just know. I told you.
I'm being purgatory. Like, man, am I next?
Yeah.
It's gonna be sweet. I'm just gonna be sweeping the floor. Like, come on, God, now work with the brother.
If it's made of gold, I don't know what you're gonna be sweeping. It's gonna be shining. Wax on, wax on.
It's a little. I said purgatory. Purgatory gonna have a little dust up in that boy. Trust me. If not, gonna be have some skin.
And what's another way to get rid of inner city violence?
Honestly, I don't really know if you can get rid of it, but it really is, a lot of things is just mindset.
Yeah.
It's the mindset. So you would have to go and educate.
Well, first of all,
money. Money. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the things is poverty.
Yeah.
I think
And people coming from a lack.
I think the Chinese just did it. So somebody thinking they stealing $1,200 glasses, not even though they only cost $26. So China,
Wait, I didn't say that again.
Chinese just start unveiling all the luxury brands, telling the truth how much everything costs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw that.
That's why
I
they
saw
don't
that.
spend. That's why they wear it.
Right.
But the Chinese really like y'all. Just imagine how many people got killed over something that really cost $26.
Ignorance.
That's sad. That's
it.
sad.
That's it. I mean, especially when you think about Jordans, they don't cost nothing to make.
No.
But they cost $200 to buy them.
Yeah, it's
You know, so
$4 for a pair of Jordans to make.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
therefore, there's a like Brittany was saying with Chuck E. Cheese, they started early setting it up. There's no clocks, so it's all a mindset. They're thinking the value is based on the dollar.
Yeah,
and miseducation.
And in Chuck E. Cheese, they got a machine to blow dollars, and you got to catch it. You know that? So it's crazy. That
But they always start with the kids.
Yeah, shout out to
Everything is geared towards the kid.
Yeah.
Like even if we go back to like when we were kids, Toys R Us,
Right.
I didn't want to grow up because I was a Toys R Us kid. You know, like just think about how they, you know, because the parents don't really know because they're working and they're not watching TV or things like. But the kids, we watching TV. Mom, I want this. Daddy, I want that. You know what I mean? Yeah, because even now, think about like we on social media, so we know some things. But when you go talk to the younger kids, they keeping us up to date.
Yeah, they got a whole nother lingo.
Yeah, they get the kids. I can't stand they lingo.
Yo, they sneaky, man. They wear bracelets and stuff now to let you know that they getting into certain things.
Yes,
I'm like, what?
Colors. You got to stay up on it.
Yeah,
but they get the kids.
You do have to be intentional.
Yeah,
I have a 19 and a 17-year-old.
Wow.
Two girls. So I was, and still am, always intentional.
Oh yes, but once they got to get past a certain age, then you be a little okay with what.
You relax some, but then you inwardly. That takes longer.
Yeah.
You know, you can have take your eyes off of things, but inwardly, like my daughter's a freshman in college.
Okay.
Towson University. So shout out to Towson. She's studying nursing.
Nice.
Shout out.
There's not a day I don't think about the what if.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what if she's walking on campus and someone decides to?
Right.
But I just have to settle in my peace.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, keep praying.
Right.
And say, I need you to text me back.
My mom was the same way. She talked about the umbilical cord. She was like, the umbilical cord is wherever you are, I'm with you. Like she will always say that. And she always knew because she prayed. So something's going on today. Something's not right. I woke up this morning. What's going on?
You can always feel it.
Yeah, that's what they say. The mothers know.
And fathers.
I'm about to say,
And fathers.
Yeah.
Yes.
People don't understand the connection that the father has to a child.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Right.
Because Calvin gonna call. Calvin gonna call.
Mr. Man.
Dr. Calvin Man will call.
See, the boys. Leave Calvin alone before you get over here.
See, what y'all don't know is that when that sperm.
He was that the man see with the boy, right? And we get in there.
Brittany's hilarious.
I be watching people.
Yeah.
And then you like, and you got over 2 million chances.
You see, and
then you cultivate.
But I be listening. We have our boys. Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, he about to call. He about to Brittany.
She is right. Brittany, you don't know. My husband we have a nonprofit organization called Go Get a Life, and we talk about the boys.
The boys.
Listen, they're intentional.
Yeah,
it is.
I always wanted boys. I wanted to be a boy mom because I know I got tired of hearing like there's no good black men. I'm like, I'm gonna raise me some good black men. Like that's what I've always wanted. Boys.
I wanted a boy too.
You got the girls.
I got the girls.
I'm hoping
His
the guy
would have
is
been
like
Christopher Jeremiah.
You said Christopher Jeremiah.
You see that masculinity in that name?
Yeah.
I like that.
It sounds like
I'm hoping that I get one of each,
figure.
but we'll see.
Like,
that too.
Sound like he's straight out the Bible. Like he just right there. Okay, listen. So the question is how to get rid of inner city violence. One is give boys books.
Education. So that would be education
instead of toys.
So educate.
Yep.
The third thing is to teach girls to be pretty, but be pretty not to attract men.
I would say skills.
Yeah.
Skills would be
teaching
skills.
And I will also throw in there the introduction of drugs. Like
I definitely agree.
It's a lot more users than it is dealers now.
Yeah.
So both.
So they need to bring back the DARE program.
Yeah.
You remember DARE program?
Yeah, I remember that.
No.
You took DARE. You didn't do DARE.
Do not bring that program back.
Leave that dormant.
Yeah, that was created by Ronald Reagan and Nancy Reagan.
Hey, I didn't do drugs.
But listen. See, they use a psyche on that because whatever you tell a child not to do, they do more.
So here's the thing for me. I think we have to explain to children why, because people just tell people like, don't do this, and it's like, okay, well, let me tell you why I don't want you to do this. Because if you do it to where they're trying to understand it,
Well,
then it's different because I
give it a
believe
reason.
you have to bring like
tell
some
you.
understanding to something.
Growing up in our day, this was it. Don't do drugs. Why not? Look at your uncle. And see, that's what we had, right? And we
Did that help?
No. Because our uncles was cool. They come in and out the house when they want to. Right? They do whatever they want to. Like, hell. You
So
know what I mean?
basically, there was no explanation.
We had the because I said so. So along with that, because I said so, there was a lot of respect already ingrained in because I said so.
Yeah.
So you trusted
Because I said so.
because I said so. That's because you would have seen the example too and not to.
Yeah. Well,
As Miles said, in our generation, because Miles and I could talk about that different generation on how we were
oh, you
brought
much
up.
younger than me.
But-
Thank you very much.
But they also say, I also heard the saying, do as I say, not as I do. And I feel like that's a contradiction.
It is.
Because I feel like if you're my, the older person that I'm looking up to and you're doing it,
And
but you
I'm
don't want
watching
me,
you.
and I'm watching
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
And I think that was another issue too, because there was a lot of people like, oh, don't do this, but you're doing it.
Well,
and you're functioning fine.
I never forget when my mother had a little, what you call that, card party. You know them card parties? That you play, go to bed.
Yeah.
What is a party?
Card parties. They playing
They
cards.
stay up all night playing cards, drinking, smoking.
But they still smoking weed, marijuana.
Mary Jane during your days.
No, reefer.
Reefer, okay, yeah.
Shut your ass up. I'm sorry.
You messed up.
I'm sorry, Miss Crawford. Brittany just get out of hand sometimes. We got a caller.
I get out of hand and he the one that's cursing.
I said, that's in the Bible.
It is.
Okay. I ain't gonna say no words that's not in the Bible.
So you have 3 words you can say.
Hell, damn, and ass. Okay.
That's it.
That's what I said. I said, shut your ass up. You was a damn liar. Go to hell. And I said that.
There you go.
Nah,
And shut up and say what you had to say. The card party.
Miss Crawford is here to talk about her event she got going on May 3rd, and it's on a Saturday. And that's a night. Ooh, I like that. The blue.
Well, thank you. We want to make you feel like you're walking into a touch of heaven.
Ooh, I don't want to see heaven no time soon. I'm not gonna lie.
City Praise, that's Mike's church, right?
It
Yeah.
is.
Okay. He talks about City Praise all the time.
Why
I know that.
Not you just not putting
No,
3
but
and
I'm
7
saying
together.
he talks about City Praise all the time.
Yes.
Well, that's how I got here.
Right.
Okay.
So Mike is a member. My husband and I, Dr. Leon Crawford, we're pastors there.
Okay.
So I'm originally from North Carolina by way of Maryland. So I lived in Maryland for 30 years. I just got here to Detroit. So when y'all were talking about the weather, I'm like, I'm going to have my boots, my sandals, my fur coat, my gloves,
And that's all
a
for
mask.
1 day.
That's in one
my
day.
Zyrtec.
For one day, yeah.
And my tissue, this is all for one day.
Yes.
Because I will need it for all the seasons, but I'm not complaining because I'm still alive. But you have to be ready.
What caused the move?
God sent a man to me that chased me for 7 years, and he would not give up.
7 years.
7 years?
And I kept saying no.
Man.
But you know,
Why were you saying no?
my children were younger, and I was just getting out of going through a divorce.
That makes sense.
makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, that definitely
And
makes
because
sense.
my children were younger, and I wasn't ready to be somebody else's. He wouldn't have wanted that version.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You needed to heal a little bit, so I understand
A
that.
lot.
Yeah.
Oh, she said a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And then he's a pastor. So who writes down goal for life? Marry a pastor.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's not one of mine.
That's not one of yours, but if you keep saying that's not one of yours, it'll
Lord,
become yours.
Okay, let me not say
Because
it.
my father's a pastor, and I said, I never will.
Really?
And my mother is the epitome of a woman of God, a woman of grace. I said, I don't want to do that ever in life. Not
let me be
because all the
quiet.
negativity behind it is because you pour out so much into people.
Yeah.
And that's what I felt like it was the pressure.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
So he chased you for 7 years. What was it like when you finally gave in?
when I finally gave in, it was because I heard the Lord. No.
Got you.
No, I was ready.
Okay.
My children were older, and because we had a friendship, I never worried about the relationship.
Dope.
It was based on a real friendship, a real ride or live friendship.
That's real. Yeah, that friendship matters.
I tell y'all all the time.
It
And
helps.
we like takes strength. You know, a man from Detroit, he's going to protect you.
Yeah.
Women love to be. We love to be protected.
Absolutely.
We want to be protected.
Absolutely.
And we need to be protected.
That's good.
Absolutely. I agree with all that.
Shout out to Dr. Leon Crawford. He's checking us out right now.
So when he finally got a hold of you, how soon did you move from Maryland?
I still call myself in a transition because my kids are still in Maryland.
Gotcha.
But this year, probably August, September.
Last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
We're in April already.
Right.
Shout out to April. His birthday is next week.
what's
I may
up.
not be able to walk in the door if I don't say that. Early birthday.
Yeah.
So just around August to September of last
You
year.
talking about Miles?
So how did y'all meet then if you were in Maryland and he's here? Like, how did that happen?
Because he's the pastor, he's friends with, I still call them my current pastors, who is the flyer, Dr. Barbara Palmer, who will be here for my event.
Okay.
He is
Dr.
friends
Barbara.
with her husband.
Okay.
Well, they are friends. And so he came to their wedding renewal, which I was in their wedding. And he tried to holler at me.
That's the perfect time to get at somebody.
Everyone says that.
And I was cold as ice, Brittany.
Really?
Cold as ice.
Yeah.
You know, Detroit men like that. They feel like that's
I didn't know that. I learned that 7 years later.
Detroit men love for you to be cold as ice.
Yeah.
I don't know why something is off with them.
Well,
but
I can confirm that.
yeah, they like it.
No, the Detroit men with confidence love that.
Right.
But I don't like it.
Yeah. Oh, you don't?
Because I don't be wanting to be mean all the time. But y'all love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why. Because we used to the snow. You know what I'm saying?
So you want women to be cold?
No, we melt them down, baby.
I actually freeze up. I actually freeze up.
That's because you need some meat on them bones, Brittany.
It ain't happening. No time.
You know, turn Brittany up here.
She got my back.
That's all you are. Brittany, all you are is back. Listen.
Something back there.
You're right. Exactly. That's all that matters.
Anyway.
Nobody ever called you flatbread.
Flatbread is wild.
I have never heard of that in my life.
I've never been called flatbread ever.
Flatbread is wild.
Oh, no. Oh, we got to call her. Calling you on the air.
Save us, please.
Oh, here we
Is it Calvin?
Top of the top, calling you on there.
Good morning, y'all.
What's going on?
It's Calvin.
Hey, man.
Say, man.
Two things. One, the topic. I think bringing back the vocations, like like we used to have the Lightly and all of them back in high schools.
Vocational schools.
That'll curb a lot.
Yes.
That'll curb a lot of the violence.
It'll create trades. They'll be learning about how to make money on their own as well. Yes.
I miss the Boys and Girls Clubs. Those
they,
used to be dope.
They still got them.
They still have them.
It's just like now the boys is just not boys no more, and the girls is not girls.
But they don't have.
They got to bring back home economics and stuff for the girls, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. And
I think the boys should take that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
a lot of men can cook.
That's a survival.
Yeah, I mean, it's for both. But they used to have the auto shop. They used to have the all of that, the wood shop, all of that stuff.
Well, that's what I said. I think they should bring back like skills so people can learn to
Skill
use
trade,
like use their hands. But cooking is survival. So I think that's not just geared towards women. I think men and women should learn how to cook.
Yeah. So my husband, Go Get a Life organization. That's what we actually teach during the summer camp. Life skills, how to bow tie, how to change a tire, mannerism, chivalry, finance.
That's awesome. Let's go back to chivalry. Is it dead?
No.
I experienced
it. Better not die.
It's dead. It's dead amongst the ignorant.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that.
That's good.
Yeah, I would say that because it's not dead.
Like what do chivalry include? I just want to ask you.
Okay, like for instance, when I walked in to introduce myself to Priscilla, I said, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Brandon." Shook her hand. That's part of it.
You said
if she was standing up, yeah, right. I know what I said. But like if she was standing up, she just walked in. I would pull the chair out for her. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Opening the door, making the lady feel protected, protecting the ladies. Like you know what it is. Stop acting like you don't know.
I would just give you a pistol and say, "Let's go back."
Well, I mean, she got both.
Okay, good.
Like I been knew Brittany had a gun, but I still walked into her car one day. You know what I'm saying?
But Ty, you a perfect gentleman, though. You are a perfect gentleman. I always give props out to. I used to give props out to Mike J, but Mike's
still a gentleman.
Sometimes
he always make sure I get to my car safely.
Yeah, okay.
You can't talk about our members. Don't forget.
I understand.
Mike has always been a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
Yeah, he's a gentleman on paper. But listen,
Cal, what else would you bring back?
Thank you.
You say what?
What else would you bring back to get rid of inner city violence?
I say more like community, you know what I'm saying? Community-based things. Like, remember how the kids used to have summer camp and stuff like that?
Yes.
Like,
absolutely.
you know, like stuff for the, you know, for the kids to do more so, you know, more activity. Like, and then especially for the parents that's like, the parents that don't have a convenient work schedules and like work out some kind of situation for them, you know, like something like that.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. We appreciate you.
Yeah, that will cover more of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you know.
I agree.
Right.
I agree.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, we appreciate you, bro.
I got one more thing though. I wanted to ask the lady a question.
Okay, go ahead.
The lady, Miss Crawford, is her name. Miss Crawford.
Yeah, it says Lady Priscilla. I was saying that's the title, right?
Oh, Lady Priscilla Crawford.
Yeah. What part of Maryland y'all from?
I am from Odenton, Maryland, which is near BWI. We're like in the middle of Baltimore. And
okay, you up 495?
Exactly. Sounds like you.
I got people in PG County.
Okay, and you said PG and not Prince George's County.
No,
Prince George's County.
He knows what I mean by saying.
He's still for prison guards. Even prison guards.
Yeah, PG County, Capitol Heights, all that area down there, all through that area.
All that area. And just for historical facts, Prince George's County is one of the wealthiest black counties in the world, in the United States.
Yeah. And I got four people down Fort Washington area down that way too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, nice to meet you verbally.
Same.
Yeah. Hey, Cal, thank you for calling in, man. You got another question?
Appreciate y'all.
All right, Cal. All right. That's Calvin deal, y'all. Shout out to Calvin.
But, you know, Mike, if you don't mind, the one thing I do want to focus on when we talk about inner city violence, the one thing that I take pride in myself, because it was shown to me, you have to spend time with the kids.
Yes. Oh my God, that is essential.
You cannot say, okay, if a child approach you, whether it's a nephew or niece, and they have a question, and you say, I'll talk to you later, I'll get back to you. No, you stop doing what you're doing, and you give them that undivided attention.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate the classrooms are so crowded. One teacher can't give 25 to 30 kids that undivided attention.
Yeah.
There is no way. So when we talk about education, we have to reinvent education in the school system because it's too many kids to one teacher.
Yeah. Have you and your husband talked about or thought about opening up your own school?
We have.
Okay.
We definitely have, and you know how. You know, we start with the month of August, where every Sunday in the month of August, we don't have church.
Okay.
Well, we don't have church in the building. What we do is our summer camp is our form of ministry for the month of August.
Nice. Okay.
So every Sunday, and y'all are all welcome to come visit us from 10 o'clock until like 1 or 2. They get taught those life skills. We feed them a meal. And they get the interaction not just with the local-based kids from the community, but kids that come, you know, from Detroit, all around.
Okay.
So, yes, and, you know, since I've been on board, not that it wasn't introduced, I'm hardcore with literacy. Scholastic got to come through for us this summer.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and the age category is from 8 to 18.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah,
that is really dope.
That's good, and that's for boys, right?
That is for boys. Yeah. Girls are invited. One of the best tire changers, I'll put it like that, was I don't want to say her name, plus I forgot.
Good answer.
She outdid the boys with changing the tire.
Yeah,
she was outstarted.
No, because here's the thing. Because I know how to change one, and I think girls should know how to change it, but they don't. If they shouldn't change it if they don't want to, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it.
Normally, when you put a girl in the mix of things that boys are supposed to be doing, they outshine the boys most of the time.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
competitive.
Yeah, I've seen it.
We're competitive.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we should do that anyway.
Yeah.
You know what, Brittany? Every time you get your hair curled, you be acting like funny. So I got a question for you, Miss Crawford.
Yes, ask her anything.
Because I have my question on my cue cards here.
Look at him. Look at him.
It says, what can women expect from your event on May 3rd?
Why did he put it up so high, Miles? We can't even see your face.
Okay.
You know what? Miles' his next vehicle, I guarantee he gonna get it Rise and Grind more than show paint on it.
Yeah.
He should at least a car decal.
I hope it's yellow.
Yeah.
So at the hashtag always experience, which is with the capital X, because you're going to walk in the room and experience something differently than you came in with. I'll answer it in a long way because I want the audience to know how it was birthed. So I was in the mirror just thanking God for waking me up, which I do every day.
Praise Him.
Yeah.
I mean, every day, despite whatever. And I was thanking God for always being there for me. And He challenged me. He said, why don't you do something about it and show people how I've always been there for you and you have always had a village to be there for you. So I'm the middle of two siblings. My sisters, we're like glue. But my mother taught us that, and my parents taught us that. You three stick together. So I've always had that village. I've always had that support system. I've always healthy support system, healthy teams. I hate the fact that women say that we don't support each other. Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. Brittany's my new best friend. You know, Chantel, she had it all laid out for me.
I think healthy women do. Healthy women do. Yeah.
Healthy women do.
Healthy women are secure in who they are, and that's really what it's about: is being secure in who we are. And you shine your light, I shine mine, she shines hers, and we're okay with that.
And we're very much okay with that.
Yeah.
So on that day, you're going to we have vendor spaces available. Okay. And here's what comes with the $55 vendor. You get your table already set up, your 2 chairs, you get a meal ticket, you get a professional picture taken, and you get a 2 to 3 minute speech.
Nice.
At your for all vendors. Now, for ones that's paying into the event, you get none other. Number one, you walk into the room with love. I think y'all feel that already. Number 2, you get none other than Dr. Barbara Palmer, who is a grant guru. Who was, still is my pastor, but I was under their leadership and her leadership for about 8 years when I was in Maryland. She is the grant guru's dynamic pastor that oozes with love, and she knows how to support.
Okay.
And she is going to bring the topic to the table, what it's like to be a support system and have that always togetherness for each other. You get a meal that's catered by 2 caterers. You get a photographer. You also get a professional picture taken of yourself that will be emailed to you. So I'm telling all the women, come ready. The color theme is white, pearls, and diamonds. And with also you get the opportunity to have shopping at the vendor table, which we will have clothing, jewelry. My husband will be launching his famous barbecue sauce. He will not be there, but the sauce will be there.
well, you his sauce.
That's right.
So you definitely gonna be there, but I ain't know he had no barbecue sauce. I never tasted his barbecue. I like the way he delivered the word, though. I ain't gonna lie, he was the first minister, pastor who delivered the word in a way that I can really understand it. And I got into it. I was in the city praise for at least when he was on Schoolcraft. Me and Pooter used to go there every Sunday, guaranteed. I probably never missed a Sunday when I started going. So I love Pastor Crawford. He's one of my favorite buddies. And I like to say this: when you put together a woman event like this, do it seem like it's harder to deal with women? Tell the truth.
No.
Okay, I just make sure. Okay.
I don't think she
I'm gonna
doesn't
say
give
healthy
me,
women.
Yeah,
Yes,
she
I
doesn't
don't
give.
think so.
She doesn't give me the vibe of someone that would attract unhealthy women.
I understand your question.
No, because women.
I understand it,
women,
too.
Every time women be like, I don't know, because it's gonna be a whole bunch of women. You be like, don't y'all supposed to get along? You know what I mean? So
I say healthy women.
Healthy women.
I'm gonna
but
say healthy women.
But I'll piggyback. I'm blessed to be 56 years old.
Okay, congratulations.
So, thank you. I've experienced some things that I knew to leave alone and didn't bring with me.
Right, I know that. Right.
Does it exist? Absolutely.
Yes.
You know, I will never have this as the elephant in the room. I'm a fair-skinned woman. All black women don't like us.
Yeah,
true.
Black women don't like. Some black women just don't like black women.
You can't have that trajectory. But I will always say, when you come in with confidence, the glow of the Lord, and knowing who you are and the intention on loving people, it'll bounce back instead of bouncing on you.
That is true.
There you go.
And then the ones that's not supposed to be there, they know how to disperse.
Yeah.
Because they can't handle it. They will move. They know how to remove themselves.
So y'all know Saturday, May 3rd at City Praise Gospel Cafe. That's at 351 Inkster Road, Inkster, Michigan. The lady Priscilla Crawford and Dr. Barbara Palmer will be there. Women's hashtag always experience brunch is going down. Y'all only $75. Let me hear y'all say only $75. No, y'all ain't with me. Okay.
You had mumbled. We didn't know what you were saying.
No, I ain't mumble. You heard what the
What? I'm sorry. Speak up.
praise God.
Speak up.
Praise God. I can't wait to get you alone. That's what God.
Wait a minute.
So it's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., right?
It's 10 to 1 p.m. The doors open at 9. And we're blessed to be able to host the vendor and the brunch experience in our event space. So when you walk in at 9 o'clock, you walk in, you register, you get your wristband, and you can either choose to eat or shop in that same room.
There you go.
Then when it's time for the shopping and everyone's belly is full, we're going to walk 3 doors down to where the speaking engagement will be. And that's set up just for the speaking
So y'all
engagement.
got a whole other spot now.
Yes, from the time you were there, God has blessed us with a whole another spot,
God.
and I'll go ahead and put it out there.
Right.
It will soon be our child care center.
Okay.
But until that takes time. But until that, we are hosting events at our event space
'Cause y'all
from the
are-
time you were there.
Because y'all are in Inkster, and they don't even have no city council, but sometimes. So I get it. Y'all got to really get on.
Yeah, my poor high school gone.
Man, your high school.
Yeah.
You went to a high school in Inkster?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit, but I ended up going to Inkster High when I was a
Go
junior.
Vikings!
Yeah, when I was a junior.
Diehard Vikings on the board.
Oh, wow.
I was there doing the comedy special, and the mayor was there. The mayor came through, so
Okay.
yeah. But
Nice.
And yeah, shout out to the city of Inkster,
Yeah.
Mayor Nolan.
Yeah.
I happen to work with the city of Inkster now, so
Okay.
shout out to that entity who's doing some awesome things. There's some great programs that's coming into Inkster, despite the fact that I learned the history about the high school being dismantled, but they are not letting the dream of what Vikings mean. We went to their prom. You would have thought you were in Hollywood. My husband and I went, but he's on the board. I mean, 5-star laid out. You walked in. Yes. So
Nice.
the whole 9. Yeah. Yeah.
So even in Inkster, right? The inner city violence. I think a lot of times people don't understand the history of where they live, and they're not taught that, so they don't cherish or worship the history of. Like Inkster have a lot of good history. You know,
it does.
That's a city where Henry Ford actually built for his black employees.
Yeah, and they live
work
there.
at the plant.
Yeah, the work.
I mean, not just working plant. His executives.
They live there.
No, for his
too, right?
executives though, like for them to be able to, it wasn't just for the work. It was for the workers, but for the people who, the supervisors and stuff like that. It wasn't like the guy who go. you know, with the screw.
Can you show that flyer again for the people that's in the comments?
Miss Ria wanted to know.
Yeah,
so it was more. So it was a suburb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So then that's how they said that blacks kind of started moving to the suburbs.
Yes, and I think that was probably one of the first suburbs blacks started moving to was Inkster.
Yeah, some of my mom's dad's side is from that.
Yeah,
because
I think Inkster is older than Southfield. Inkster is older than Southfield.
That's
Southfield's
my granddad's side of the town. So I know a little bit about it, but not a lot.
What's that?
And the other thing, Mike, the Malcolm X house is being renovated.
Yeah,
they just received that. Don't hold me to. It was like $80,000 for the renovation project.
Wow,
that's being renovated. So when you talk about history,
that's some great history.
When I first came here, I'll be honest, I was like, oh. I was like, my husband set me up.
Right. Because anytime you got a city small as Inkster, right?
Like Inkster is really small.
But it was nicknamed, the inner city portion of Inkster was nicknamed Saigon.
Yeah, I remember.
Now that I didn't know. I didn't know that. It's really small, and I didn't like being in Inkster.
Now another thing that will cut out inner city violence, especially when I was living out there, was the police.
Yeah,
the police were the real thugs and gangsters.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
they was the big three, not the big four, but it was the big three. We automatically knew who they were. Mike want to give away 2 tickets to the event right now, y'all. So listen.
Thank you.
The first
Where's my camera? Hold on, Mike. Mike, thank you for always blessing us. Mike is one of those faithful members, not because he pours in financially, but his heart is there. So thank you, Mike.
Yeah, because he the one that said, "Hey man, I want the first lady to be on the show." I'm like, okay, bet, no problem. And I do anything for Mike when it comes down to reaching out for people. But Miss Rita said good morning to everybody. She was late.
Good morning.
She asked what she meant. She said, I'm her vendor event.
That's why we put the
event. Put the flyer back up.
And she want in. I want in. Anything go down to Inkster, I want in.
And there's a number on the flyer that she can call, and my assistant will answer any questions.
And what number is it? Where's the number?
Is it on there?
Nope.
It is.
I can't read that.
248 780 9443.
And now
it's not on this one.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, I didn't give you the revised one. So, and let me give a shout out to our dynamic media designer flyer, Anna. She got City Praise back.
Really?
Mm-hmm. She's gonna scream it because I gave y'all the wrong one, but that's the update one.
So,
haven't called that number.
Vendors is only $55. So
the vendors get table already set up, a tablecloth if needed, 2 chairs, a meal ticket, and a 2 to 3 minute speech to let people know your why about your business.
It sounds like I need to be there with Kai Cassidy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dorian, Little Saigon. I'm sorry, it was called Little Saigon. You're right.
Yeah. Dorian said that?
Yeah.
Of course he did.
We can expect a call from Dorian in a minute.
Well, because I'm sure he has some thoughts on bringing down inner city violence.
Definitely.
I'm sure he does.
He like just drive him around. Hey, y'all give us a call at 810-560-0658, 810-560-0658.
I think he would need 10 minutes to say what he has to say, though.
Dorian kind of long with it. Why is Shani eating the fishies one at a time, though? That's
they
crazy.
This big.
Right, that's crazy. Hey, y'all, you already know what time it is.
Plus, she like to eat classy.
Is that eating classy?
Not like instead of pouring them in her hand.
Hey, Shani, anybody come in on the video?
She's trying to eat classy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, going back to the inner city, I think the biggest thing would be finances and education.
Yeah,
that's the biggest.
Definitely the education part, because I
mean that's how we're gonna do it.
But also, given the history of, I think people need to know the history of their family too. Like the show, like when you showing out, you really showing out amongst the family. You know, whenever you do wrong, you should making us look bad.
That goes. Well, yeah. I mean, that's something that you teach, right? Everything kind of starts at home, and that was, something I learned growing up. Hey, when you step outside this house, you're a reflection of being your father.
Yeah.
So again, I've already said in our community, we've lost a lot of respect and honor amongst each other, and the elders and the younger. Like, there's no respect there.
But that's what Dr. Leon Crawford had said to me. He made a statement That being raised in 2-parent households too will help out.
Very much so, which is why
that
and starting with respecting yourself, right? Like a lot of the older dudes want to look like the young dudes.
Yeah.
So how the young dudes about to respect something if you don't respect yourself? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I'll tell you what. One time, it was a while ago. Mike, singing part of the second part of Raw Voices, Reggie. Reggie liked to dress hip hopish, right? You know what I mean? And so I'll never forget. He's like, "Man, this little guy tried to disrespect me." Blah blah. I said, "What you expect? You dress just like
when you
him."
look like him, yeah. He think you the same age. Like, yo, I am not your friend. That's what your parents look. I ain't your little friend. I ain't your friend.
Also, the one thing is I talked about nonprofits and the purpose of nonprofits that support the mission of lowering crime, lowering illiteracy. Nonprofits need to know how to support one another.
Yes,
because it takes money, but the other thing it takes is effort. And that comes from time
and resources and relationship.
Because I'll piggyback off of what my husband said. You have 2-parent households. You also have some children with no parents. We also have some children after COVID lost the guardianships of who was over them. And then if some children go through the foster care system at 18, they
just throw them to the wolves.
They don't know what that looks like.
Just throw them to the wolves.
And so I want to put it out there that we can all support each other from A to Z. If I don't have what you need, then I'll give you what I have, and vice versa. So around the table, no matter what a story is behind a young person or youth, we should have something to offer them when they see us.
Absolutely.
I mean something.
Yeah. True. Consistent support will definitely help.
Consistent.
But that's anything. I mean, I said with any and everything, consistency gonna reign overall. Consistency, loyalty, you know what I mean, and integrity is gonna work. You know what I mean? Most people don't get it, but
I think we always mention purpose. I think it's the biggest thing because some people just doing things and they don't even know why or what they're doing. They're just doing things.
True.
Which is why they don't have any heart or understand the part of being consistent.
Well, that's why with City
putting
Praise,
the time in or putting the effort forth.
That's why with City Praise, she said we have another spot, but our focus is to get a daycare. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's having purpose and having genuine focus on something to produce something greater.
Yeah.
So I think that's dope. Shout out to everybody at City Praise Gospel Cafe.
Every time you say that,
I love you all. I love you all.
Every time y'all say every praise, I want to. Every time you say it, I want to. I just want to start singing the song, but it's in my head.
Some type of effect.
Yeah. Now you said earlier it's you and your 2 sisters, right?
I have 2 sisters.
Okay, so me and my wife was talking about this earlier. So which one's the super smart one, the mean one, and the goofy one?
Well, I'm the middle one.
Okay.
So the middle one tend to bring it all.
Got you.
To answer your question just like that, okay, sisters, I love you. So y'all know we can all be goofy. My oldest sister has the gift of laughter.
Got you. Okay.
She has a funny bone that's easy to tickle, and she gets that from my now deceased grandmother, who lived to be 94 years old.
Crazy.
Yes, and she taught us the gift of laughter, love, and God. So she can be the goofy one because you could say what you said and she'll start laughing. Yeah. So it was goofy. What's the other
mean and the super smart one?
Now my younger sister, she got a mean streak on her.
She a baby too, so she's the baby. She can get away with it.
They come with that gangster in them.
Yeah.
And
so that leads you to be the smart one.
That leads me to
which would make sense because you said you're really big on literacy, so that would make sense.
Yes, that would be me. I was in the Beta Club when I was in high school.
Nice.
So makes sense. And reading is just a passion of mine. I mean, I don't support sight words. You better know your phonics and put these letters and sounds together.
Yeah.
So that's a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we're 10 years apart.
Okay.
My youngest sister and I, 10 years apart.
10 years.
My oldest sister and I, we're like a year and 3-4 months apart.
Also, yeah, the youngest one, she definitely had to be the mean one. 'Cause y'all were older. It's like, yeah. I got something to say.
How many times y'all jumped on her? Tell the truth.
Jumped on her? I only had to come out of my normal personality once.
Okay.
She was giving my mother some backlip.
Yeah.
And I told her, she said one more time I was going to come across the counter.
Yeah.
Because my mother had set me straight long time ago.
Got you.
Right.
Yeah. But it only needed to happen one time.
Hold on.
One time.
Do that one more time. Okay.
And I was set straight for life.
But they say like the more you have, the more like the kids start to get away with a little bit more because the parents are kind of they're tired now. They don't. Yeah, they're like I don't want to.
The first and the third always get the worst. I'm not gonna lie.
No, they say the first gets the worst, but they say that baby can get away with a little bit more because the parents tired by this time. It's like I don't want to do it.
Brittany's right. My baby girl, when she was birthed, and I'm not joking, I know she had a mission when she was birthed. Before she was wiped clean, she looked at her daddy's eyes and said, "You're going to be a sucker for me."
Yeah, like
he's proven it.
Yeah.
The babies get away with a way. Like my mom is the baby, and her mouth is. And I would say she's the mean one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
she's the
youngest one
baby.
Isn't mean though, but she will. She'll do like this.
But you only got two. You got two, right?
I have two.
When you got them threes, I'm telling you, the first and the third one, the first and the third one are the worst.
See, my mom is the third one. She's the baby.
I'm telling you.
She get everybody in line though.
Yeah, but then that don't make it right.
No, it doesn't. But I think she got away with a way. And my granny tells me, she was like, "Baby, I was tired with that one." So she was like, she got away with a way more than the other two.
I know my mom has some stories too.
Yeah.
Like, what was I thinking? 10 years later, she was under the influence of my father.
Now, how did the family take it that you were getting ready to be with a pastor?
Mixed feelings.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, mixed feelings.
Wow.
Even though didn't you say your father was? You said your father was a pastor.
But you have to remember, everybody's not going to be your cheerleader.
That's true. Absolutely.
And when you've been called to a purpose, that's when the real fight begins.
Yeah.
If you're going to walk through it.
Yes.
Yeah, all the time. I tell people that all the time. Right. The minute you decide to really go through what you want to go through, you gonna see you gonna see who's gonna stand.
Yeah.
Besides you.
Things get really weird once you find your purpose.
Oh yeah,
trust me.
Because I'm telling you, your purpose is not their focus.
Nope.
And then when it comes down to it, you be looking around like, hey man.
That's why everybody be stuck on who you used to be versus who you're turning into.
And don't get a little alcohol in them. You hear all the used to be's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my
all
God.
All the used to be's.
I'll get that sober.
and so to go what you said is sad though. We also fall back to what we used to do too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
And sometimes God is just telling us to go past where you was.
Yeah.
God be like, I understand. We've been through that. Got you through that. Now it's time to go further.
Yeah.
They forget Job. They forget about Job.
Yeah, they go. They never forget about Job. But I don't know about my ears falling off. I just don't want my ears falling off. Did Job's ears fall off his nose or something? I'm sorry. Or maybe
I don't think that was.
I was about to say, just you ain't ready. Just stop. Just stop, please. Stop while you are way behind. You know, Job did not lose.
He thinking about Mr. Potato Head or something.
No, I thought Job had the droppies.
Maybe it was in one of your jokes.
In Gethsemane, when he got his ear off and Jesus healed it.
Okay, maybe
that's what you're talking about when they was coming to get Jesus.
Okay.
It's Good Friday. You know something. Know something.
It ain't Good Friday.
It's Good Friday this Friday. Know something. It's Easter Sunday this Sunday. Know something.
It's working out Wednesdays. And I just want to ask you about.
Doggone well, that ain't happened to Job.
Oh, wait, I thought he had the case of the droppies.
Didn't his nose fall off in Job? You know you ain't read. You ain't read Job. Ain't read Job.
Talking about Mike Tyson when his ear got.
Did his ear come off? You know you ain't read Job.
I read the Book of Jobs. I did.
Heavy on Jobs.
Steve Jobs.
No, you ain't read no Job.
Let's give him a clap. He read.
Yeah.
What happened in the story? What happened in the story is what I want to know. Because you know he lost his children and lost everything. Yeah.
The devil was trying to get him. God said, if you get him, you got him.
That ain't what God said.
And he didn't give up. and he didn't give up.
That ain't what God.
No.
That's his version. He did learn it at City Praise. But
and then learn that City Praise. No, but you,
Child, I don't want your version of Job. He didn't give up. He didn't give like
His nose fell off.
His nose came off. Like what?
But
About as bad as Medea telling the story.
Yeah.
That's how
Like
Eve got
Potato
them 2
Man.
paws on her. Like that's what you sound like right now. No.
wait a minute, Eve had 2 balls on.
Remember, you don't remember in Medea was saying that?
But with Eve, the
Yeah,
rapper,
like,
I get the joke. Y'all not funny.
No, you not funny.
Hey, y'all give us a call 810-560-0658.
Brittany ain't playing about that.
Okay. I'm sitting over here like,
Brittany be serious.
She's like, wait a minute.
You bring her something biblical. She be like, hold on, no, that ain't what the Lord is telling me.
no.
She's claiming accuracy. Yes.
Yeah, she want accurate.
Hey, her hair curl up a little more when she started getting into the Bible too.
Because I don't like for people to. I don't like people to misquote, and that's why it's so much division amongst our community when it comes to that. Because people, it is like because people.
It's because of the choir leader.
But see, I didn't grow up in the church.
Okay.
So I was introduced into like spirituality. It wasn't just like the religion portion. So I come at it differently.
I love and respect the angle that you come up, that you are introducing. I'm saying introducing because I'm new to it, introducing to me from her perspective. Because what she's saying is, tell the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all she's saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
She didn't say it wasn't funny. She said, let's just tell the truth behind it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, that's why it is so much confusion. And it's so much double-mindedness. Okay, we can talk about, we didn't touch on this, but we can talk about, you can go any corner store and buy cannabis. But they're not leaving us with the truth on what the lingering factors, what the lingering illness, what the lingering symptoms may be behind just, let me eat one every day. Or medical, handle your business. But just to be indulging it without a sense of knowledge on long-term effect, what does this look like?
And that's why I said we need to explain things to people. So things was explained to me, even down to, everybody's big on, sex and fornication and things like that. It was explained to me about it and things that comes with it and things like it wasn't don't do this in the household. It was like, wait a minute, this is why you don't do this, because this is what happens. These are the results. And then for a lot of people that I met that grew up in the church, they had the religious portion, and And not only that, they were to the point where they always felt condemned all the time. And it's like, wait a minute, that is not God. That is not what he's about.
Yeah, I was just waiting for Brittany to finish pontificating. Has anybody ever questioned the fact that Job went through all of what he went through because of a bet between God and the devil? How is that completely overlooked? Why is God hanging out with the devil?
He wasn't hanging out.
He wasn't hanging out with the devil.
Listen. Does that not make any sense? That was a bet. I bet that he will still worship me, still, do whatever if I take everything away. So he took his money from him. He took his farm, his wife died, all 4 of his children died. Well, he's still gonna worship me. It was almost like a bad trading, it was like a bad movie. It was like a bad script. That's the craziest story I have ever heard about the book of Job. Because that was just, Job. Yeah. Same difference. My whole point is, that's just ridiculous of a story. I believe it.
Tell you relax.
But, no one ever questions that, though. Seriously? No one.
Well,
no preacher, no pastor, no Catholic, no one.
So wait, hold on. So what did you think the story was about? You think it was just about a bet?
It's about how the praise. Listen, we're going through it right now. You can sit up here and try to convince a MAGA person that the president that you voted for, the guy that you worship so much, is tearing your life apart, and they will still worship him. What that means is, the real gist of the story is, in my opinion, is that
not a fact.
Humans will worship anything they feel is above them, irregardless if it harms them or not.
So you think that?
Because my whole thing is just like God wiped that all away from him, right? But he did not lose a wife and 4 kids, right? He got all his fortune back, got remarried, the whole bit, had some kids, got sick, had the leprosy, all kind of stuff, right? I read that book very much. I had to. But no one, even during the time when I was reading it, never questioned, like, this is like a bad bet. This is like trading places. This is like Mortimer and Wilmer. Like, I'm going to place $1 bet. The devil and God is trying to see who's going to worship who and how long. Think about that. Maybe the real lesson is maybe we shouldn't put people on pedestals.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we shouldn't worship things and people and entities that we don't see. Maybe that's the real true lesson of it all, because it has to be. If God created the devil, which was we claim was an angel that he pushed away, and he was the master of what? Music. The devil. You cast him down. So if he easily created him, why he didn't destroy him?
Well, you could tune in to Biblically Speaking starting in June.
No, well, first of all, I don't think Job worshipped anything but God, and I think that was the whole purpose of it. God took everything away from him; he still worshipped God. I'm gonna correlate this with the topic too.
Okay.
I want to stop inner city violence. How can you stop something when this entire country was founded upon violence, defended by violence, and we love the bad guy? We have a 34-time felon in the White House that is talking about deporting carjackers and gangbangers from America. Your sons, your brothers, me and you. And you still have half the society that co-signs that. At the end of the day, you're never going to stop inner city violence. Why? Because humans have free will. How you going to police every household? How you going to tell someone how to raise? We don't want to listen when somebody's telling you about their child. The teacher's telling you, hey, he's a malcontent. He needs some attention. What did the parents go up and do? They cuss the teacher out. So if it's not supported at home, and we have no religious foundation to stand on at all, a lot of us grew up in the church. A lot of us, even though we may not be so going to church and paying tithes, people have some kind of grounding. We didn't pass that on to these young people, and they're hopeless right now. They are literally on crash out missions every day.
They are on crash out missions every day. They are.
So one of the ways, going back to the topic, which is how to get rid of inner city violence, is having these conversations that we're having now, and having a perspective that what we talk about, what we do, is going to make an impact. It's going to make a difference, even if it's one child at a time.
Yeah,
that's one child that we won't have to worry about from a perspective of what I didn't do versus what I did do.
Hey, Dorian, thank you for calling in, brother.
Oh, no problem.
Yes, sir. Dorian say, see, for the reason why. No, thank you, Dorian, for calling in. He always call in, and he have insight. He was coming from his point, and he said, from my opinion.
Right.
Which isn't a fact, by the way. Nor is it truth. I just want to put that out there.
Okay, let's put out there. It's his truth, okay?
That's not true.
Oh, you saying he don't matter?
What I'm saying is people are going around, I am saying that. But people are going around making their opinions facts, and that's not. Yeah. There's a fact and there's a truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your opinion is not a fact.
Yeah, but
it's just an opinion.
But here's my greatest opinion of all, and I'll be honest with you. When a person asks some people we put on pedestals a question and they can't answer it, it gives them a lot of more power in their word. Because when you ask people certain things about things like the Bible, or
I think you should ask questions about the Bible.
But there's a lot of pastors who can't. There's a lot of pastors who cannot answer the questions.
A lot of people.
So join us for the month of May.
Right.
There we go.
No, really. My husband is going to be teaching specifically on the foundations of what we should know.
Right.
Okay.
No.
And there are questions that we should know.
Yeah.
There are Bible verses that we should know. There are references that we should know. I should know how to get someone saved through the Word of God. I shouldn't stumble on that. So we're going back to what's practical.
Right.
And so I'll leave it at that.
You have to leave it at that, but it's dope that Pastor Crawford is about to go ahead and do that in the month of May, y'all. That's every Sunday at City Praise Gospel Cafe, huh?
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Come in, get your coffee, get your love.
Oh yeah, what kind of coffee? What kind of coffee is it? Folgers?
It's Folgers in your cup.
Come on, Britt.
I don't like that.
There's a tune for everything.
Yeah.
My siblings laugh at me because normally I'm that one.
So for your event, they can go to Eventbrite.com, search Women's Always Experience Brunch, and they can actually get tickets off of there.
They can get tickets off of there.
Can they pay for their vendorship on there?
They cannot pay for their vendors. For the vendor fee, you can call the 248-780-9443.
Yes.
Because we are not just having 20 vendors.
Yeah.
We're not having 10 clothing vendors.
Right.
So we have one vendor per for one category.
That's good.
So that every vendor would be able to optimize their opportunity there.
I like the way you worded it. Optimize to the maximum without having the bare minimum.
No, we don't want the crumbs. Yes, thank you.
All right, the cream of the crop. Hey, y'all, listen. We about to go to commercial break. You already know what time it is. Y'all watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show right here on podcast. And go to YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. We need more subscribers. So subscribe. and I normally say a cuss word, but I ain't going to say it. So do it. All right, we'll be right back.
Get ready for a night of lyrics and laughter. April 19th in Music Hall with Grammy Award winner Chrisette Michele. Also, the smooth sounds of Kindred, the Family Soul. And on the same show, get your laugh on with comedian Bruce Bruce.
Man, I went to church with my aunt. Twitch didn't get up to 12:30. We didn't leave out a Friday evening by 4 o'clock.
And your celebrity host, Omar Gooding. Tickets on sale now. Available at Ticketmaster and the Music Hall box office.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
All men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair.
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. I ain't risking my life for no $2,000. You got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. You see a bitch, then smack a bitch.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
All right, we are back. Welcome back.
Hey.
Anyway, who's your mission is here? Okay, yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Mission on here?
Yeah, no,
he texted you.
He's on the lobby.
Miss Rhea said.
Miss Rhea said a whole bunch. I wasn't about to read all
Miss
that.
Rhea be writing paragraphs.
I think she be voice texting because if she do all that,
voice text.
because if she typing all that, she ain't really working.
She texts faster than all of us.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Well, they was going back to the Bible. That's why I didn't know if I wanted to read it and take us back there.
You can take us back. This is the Lord. Go ahead.
Miss Rhea said you can ask questions about the Bible, and that's what Bible study is for. But so many people don't want to study the Word; they just want to challenge it without truly seeking the answer. You can go back and forth with non-believers. They will not understand faith without belief.
Yeah, I agree with her.
Well, I mean, I believe you should question things in the Bible. You should ask questions. That's what it's there for.
Especially if you're not clear.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose. You should be asking questions because you should be thinking.
Yeah. So
but that's another topic I don't want to get into.
But definitely when you talk about getting rid of inner city violence, I think also
I don't think we're ever going to get rid of it, but I do think that we can slow it down.
Definitely.
And I think that's the purpose of what we're trying to accomplish here is just slowing it down and bringing them to a minimum so that our kids can see less of it and see more of something else.
And another thing what I learned too, the way we eat, right?
Yes, that has a lot to do with it.
People don't understand the way we eat deal a lot with our attitudes, right?
But again, that goes with, we're talking poverty, right? So some people can't afford certain things.
Well,
when it comes to food.
Listen, I tell anybody that's a bunch of cracker, S word. And the reason why I say that is because eating healthy is cheaper than eating garbage. It is. I'm gonna tell you, you get fuller off of things that you get fuller off of fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's true. That's true.
Now that's a fact. I'm sorry, that's the truth.
That's the truth.
Don't you eat pineapples?
I eat them.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
baby, because you're not eating the right pineapple.
First of all,
that's because you trained your body and your mind to believe that.
So
that's the problem.
By me being a gout survivor.
Come on, the gout survivor. Clap it up for gout. I support. It's a real thing.
It's a real
gout. Yes, and I know my husband won't mind me saying that, but
he got gout?
He's healed because he's healed in the name of Jesus. But those symptoms can flare up.
Oh yeah.
And the one thing that'll make it flare up, if you're not eating what you are supposed to be eating. Yeah, I'm a certified health and wellness coach through Soma Institute. So
you know it's the number one thing to flare up gout?
What is it?
Chicken.
Wow. I thought you was about to say beef.
Nope.
You know that it's chicken and you be in here eating chicken. The next time you eat chicken, I'm slap you.
What I said that for yesterday?
He said he wasn't gonna eat
no, I'm not eating.
But you came in here before and you had some. And next time, if I ever see you with some chicken, I'm slapping you.
Smack it
no,
out
I'm
my
gonna
hand.
slap
Don't
you.
slap me.
No, I'm slapping you.
Hey, look. See it? Smack it. So I learned that chicken was the chicken and turkey is the highest of uric acid, right?
Whatever has uric acid.
Yeah, and pork and beef have less. It's uric acid turns into purine.
Thank you, Ms. Reed.
Right.
Got you.
So those things are very high, but it's a lot of foods that inflammation happens. Sugar and salt, two other substances.
They're dangerous.
There you go.
So what you ate at Lily Mae's was not a good look.
Man, it wasn't a good look.
Dang.
Well, I always tell people,
it was great.
It looked good.
But this is why I always tell people to incorporate fasting in their life, because fasting is really good for your body, because technically your body really don't need as much food as you think it needs.
That's true.
Not at all.
That's what people don't understand.
Our mind needs more than our digestive system.
Yeah.
Exactly. And with the fasting part, your body naturally goes into protecting itself. So it's going to get rid of the things that it doesn't need and keep what it does need.
Yes.
And if you notice people that do fast, they do have more energy.
And when I used to talk about,
they're thinking clearly. Like everything is different, because eating really does slow you down.
Listen,
yeah, it does.
Shout out, I forgot his name, but he's in the Nation of Islam. He was saying that if we just look at the colors of the foods, it tells us what heals us in our body. There you go. Is that cucumber?
So in this drink, so I am a certified health and wellness coach, and I'll go ahead and through Soma Institute. I also have a nonprofit called We Grow All. We Grow All is a nonprofit that is, the mission is to decrease food insecurity in low poverty areas.
There you go.
low poverty areas are tied to non-voters. You have super voters and your non-voters. Super voter areas will get the Wegmans, they'll get the Trader Joe's, they'll get the renovated Kroger's since I'm here now. But when you are not in a super voter area, y'all know for a fact of what the choices will be.
Glory
we can make daily choices. So I held up my drink because this is water with pH in it. Our bodies need pH because it has a balance that we need to maintain, especially women. We need to be sensitive what our pH balance is. So in this is
thrown off.
Fresh lemon, cucumber, ginger,
mint,
pineapple, and mint. I drink this daily.
God.
This is prepped the night before daily. And you drink that as just a form of detox. And it also, with our culture and our race, there are certain things that we just have to be smarter about.
There you go.
The inflammation, which is tied to, as you know, a lot of uric acid in our body. But I could talk about this all day long.
And a lot of autoimmune deficiencies.
A lot of autoimmune deficiencies. And especially, which this was my first winter here in Detroit. I had no idea y'all climate was closer to Washington State. Very, very similar, where the sun doesn't shine as often. Or you're going through, we're in April, and it still seems like it's winter. You see, I have on sandals because I'm from Maryland. I'm like, it's April. We in 85 degrees weather. Here, you need all those. You need your coat, gloves, scarf, hat. But our vitamin D will be lower here because of the sun, and because Black people, we have a lower vitamin D within us anyway.
Vitamin D deficiency.
So we can be vitamin D deficiency if we don't take the proper nutrients.
Shani said, I still gonna eat my chips.
You can't just balance it.
I believe.
Shani, we need to balance.
But I believe in that. She eats chicken fingers every day. No, but I believe that.
Come on, protein.
I believe in a healthy balance.
Don't influence. Protein is in chicken. I don't know how she's eating it, but it is.
You know what?
You like it baked or fried?
Either way.
Gotcha.
So here's what I learned.
I think you should just have just do things in moderation.
Yeah,
I believe that you should do everything in moderation. Everything is balanced.
But one thing for sure, eating something that's dead, has no life, means no good. I don't care how it comes or what it looks like.
You can't eat chicken, but I can.
No.
And I'm gonna eat it.
I mean, all I'm trying to say is, we were never meant to eat meat. Our teeth, our body was never made for it.
Well, your front teeth is what chews the meat. That's what buys into the meat.
And you gonna sit up here?
Because in the Bible it says, "Do not call unclean what I call clean." That's what he was talking to Daniel. You don't know that. He might not tell you can't eat it, but he say nothing to me about not eating it. That's why you need to talk to him for your life.
Well, look in the
I'm eating my chicken.
Look in the book of Leviticus.
We ain't in Leviticus.
Yeah, you better look in Leviticus.
I'm in the New Testament.
Oh, so the old don't mean nothing?
Listen, all of that is up under the new.
Don't get
I'm in the new covenant.
Don't get me started.
I'm in the new covenant. That's the old covenant.
So nothing about the
I'm not in the old covenant.
Okay.
I'm in the new one.
All right.
Dorian needs some help.
Dorian, I told y'all he can. Bless that man.
Where's thou shalt not kill? Was that in the Old Testament?
That's in the old. That's the old. But we in the new covenant.
Exactly. You see how he put that in there?
Yeah. What did he say?
Pulled out one of the 10 commandments.
Yeah, I mean,
that we are under the new covenant.
Yeah, okay. Like, don't play with me with that one.
That was the whole purpose of Jesus' death.
But the
burial and resurrection.
Okay.
Listen, don't do that.
Dorian said, "Get $1 million."
Okay.
They'll listen to anything you say. Trust me.
Well, Dorian, it's a lot of people that's making $1 million these days. So,
and they wait a minute, and people do.
It's a lot of people making $1 million these days. He said what?
So he said, "Get $1 million." They'll listen to anything you say
because he believes that that's what we put in our.
No, a lot of people follow people that got the money.
Yeah,
right.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Elon Musk has $1 million. I'm not listening to anything
you're
he's
not,
saying.
but there's a lot of people who
absolutely. That's why we have the administration that we do, but we won't go political because we can be here all day long.
No, we be here all year long. But you know what, Ms. Carver, we ain't worried about it because we own our own stuff.
Our own
Come on, stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, stuff.
But the whole thing is
Riches
the
are
God honest truth is when it comes down to how we live in our lives right now, do you really think God would be grateful or appreciative on how we live in our life?
Is God gonna be grateful?
I mean, you know what I mean? Would he look at us like, okay, good job?
Who did the amazing stuff in the Bible besides Jesus?
I'm talking
We
about
all filthy rags.
I'm talking about right now.
Yeah.
No, you a filthy rag.
We are all filthy. I mean, I'm just saying, like,
I'm a dollar store rag.
Nobody in the Bible was good but Jesus.
Huh?
Nobody in the Bible was good but his son. So, like, I don't.
Abraham was good.
I'm thankful that we operate under grace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll leave that there.
Okay.
Because what I don't want to do is have that little seed that might discourage someone to say,
yeah.
I got
you know
you.
what? God don't like me because I did such and such.
And I'm glad that you said grace because we live under grace.
We are given so much grace.
But why? That's my question.
Because he loves us.
Thank you.
And the main thing is he wants our souls to be saved.
Thank you. And I think that's what people keeps getting. That's what we
saying throw that first stone.
But I'm saying that's what we keep getting lost at. Like we keep looking at. See, I look at God because I entered it from a spiritual standpoint. I look at him as a father. What does a father do to their kid? Like their kids. He even tell you being you, give your kids gifts. I'm the father. Am I not gonna get? Like if my kid asks for this, you think I'm gonna give him that?
Yeah.
So that's
this
I look at God as love. Like it's a totally different thing as to what you're saying. So for you to ask that question,
but
your kids doing wrong, are you still gonna love your kids?
I'm gonna beat them. No,
I'm seriously asking.
No.
There's nothing that your daughter can do in your eyes that's gonna stop you from loving her, caring about her, protecting her, caring about anything.
Well, I get what you're saying.
So for you to ask that question, it doesn't.
No. I'm gonna tell you that. That's me trying to put myself in God's place, like
and
you
that's
just said.
the problem.
So, no, that's what you just said about doing. So what I'm trying to tell you is that here's the thing. This is where everybody get things wrong because everybody have different perspectives, right? When we say God is full of love, but there's so much death. And there's so much tragedy, and those who suffer from the tragedy don't understand why we even suffering. Right?
Exactly. I can get that part.
So what I'm trying to say is, when you look at the perspective from when you speak of God gracefully, Ms. Carver speak of God gracefully. He can speak of God gracefully, but there's so many people who don't even understand why they even breathing.
Yeah.
Why they?
I got that.
I mean, so those are the people who we really need to reach.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Because if we don't reach them, it's easy if one grape in there spoils.
Everything
and you close that back, everything else spoils.
That is absolutely true.
So that's why the question is, how do we get rid of inner city violence? And you said, and he said, it's hard to do. It ain't gonna happen.
I don't think we're gonna get rid of it.
And because of that very reason, because it only takes, no matter who he is, he could be the best person in the world, but because he looks like or simulates somebody who we can go with, and he poisoned the bunch. He's poisoned too, just like the person who is the worst person. Mm-hmm. It only take a mistaken identity on some real true shit. Excuse me for my language. That because I did something to somebody and I'm dark skinned, he look like a monster.
Yeah.
I mean, if even I'm just telling you you are guilty by association, right? Anybody who is a Republican right now, they are very depressed. They walking around like, I am not Trump. I am not Trump. I know, but it's hard to believe because you represent the same category of a Republican. And it's just hard, like even when Christians and Muslims don't get along, but they all believe in God.
Yeah. Now that I don't. Yeah.
When you got a whole bunch of Christians that believe in different forms of Jesus, you have 1,300 divisions of Christianity. Why not have a church and say church 1, church 2, church 3, church? You know what I mean? Everybody got to have their own identity when they represent. So
we do.
And that's another thing too. Like
it is
that'll keep inner city violence down. Get everybody under the same roof. Like, let's not forget that it was a lot of people going at it with each other due to religious beliefs. You know what I'm saying?
That's where,
so,
yeah.
So and you're right. That's where it started from. So I think if everybody gets on one accord, like y'all don't have to follow the same rules at all times because everybody gonna be different. But if y'all can all believe in that in higher being,
at one time, that's why in the Islamic culture,
you won't see it on this side of heaven.
Right. But here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. This is why people fight so much with different religions in different ways. Because when you go through the Arabic community, all at one time, they all praying together.
Yeah.
Because it's more organized.
And the same thing, exactly. So, but that's the whole thing. And then you hear, Allah Akbar.
Please don't.
Shut up.
Don't you do that.
Shut up.
Don't you do that.
I can't sing.
I don't want you to do that at all.
So when I was in Maryland, I was part of a organization or a team community effort. It was called Shucks.
How about you said We Chuck? I'm like, what the?
It's called Man Up.
Okay.
Man Up is an organization that the sole purpose is for us to be in the community, door knocking, letting people know that we're here to provide resources.
Gotcha.
And the one thing that we did first was knock on the doors and ask them a question. Mm-hmm. Is it anything that you need?
Yeah.
Because what you are doing is, Chantel, is it anything you need today? You're asking her, how can I help meet your need for today?
Yeah.
Now, can we solve all the problems? Absolutely not. No. But when we reach a person's need and show that level of compassion, they're more likely to open up. Yes. They're more likely to become vulnerable. Yes, it's going to be harder with different genders. A man may not be as vulnerable as a woman, but we are at least front and center.
Yes.
Boots to the ground, knocking on the door and asking, how can I meet a need? Yeah. And once people's needs are met, they're less likely to commit a crime. Right. When the economy drops, crime goes up.
Oh yeah, well we about to see about a lot of crime
all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm a firm believer because we have us in this room, brilliant black people that want the crime rate to decrease instead of increase.
Yeah, most definitely.
When we continue, when we offer them a us, there's power, there's hope, there's a resource, and there's the ability to connect them to what they need.
Let's see.
People come to church because they come to church based on what they need. We as seasoned Christians, we shouldn't.
Yeah.
We should be coming to pour out because we know someone's walking in with the need.
True.
Not saying we should suppress our needs, but we know we can be healed and delivered in there. But when we open the doors, it's to be able to meet a need. That's why we say, come as you are. Come get your coffee. Come get your hot cocoa. We want to meet your need and then introduce you to the word. People don't think we care anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
On a daily basis, how many times are you told, I love you?
Yeah.
I love you. How many times?
Not that
How many times do you hear that a day?
Not that many. Not that many. And, but here's the thing. This is what I say. So when some Atlantic brothers had gave me a school, 2 stories on the east side. So it was about it was 9,800 square feet. It was really big, right? It had its own gym separate from the school. So I went around to churches trying to get donations, some form of donations. And if anybody know about, she was like, I was wondering why I was out of here. So on Puritan alone,
my jumper about to melt.
Right.
I'm like Gayle King. I just got
right. But it'd be a mumper. So on Puritan alone, from Southfield to Hamilton, there's over 300 churches. I only collected $180.
Wow.
So what I learned was, and I was gonna call the school the Emmett Till Learning Academy, because Emmett Till was the perfect example of a child being cut down at an early age that had no chance of living, right, due to the fact of his miseducation of what he should and should not do. So what I'm saying is, there's nowhere in the world in Detroit you have over 13,000 churches, registered churches, and we still got homeless people.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm just saying, it's certain things. What I'm trying to tell people is, when you have things like that going against, and then you expect somebody to understand what needs to be looked at in a graceful way. Mm-hmm. It's hard to accept. When I was homeless, I'm not gonna lie, when I was in Cass Park, sleeping, when I slept in Cass Park for them weeks, it's like, you mean tell me you ain't gonna give me a sandwich? I mean, I wasn't looking for food, but all these people here, you're not gonna give them no food. You're just gonna pray over them. Like, what you praying for them for?
Right.
Did they get their stuff together? Excuse me. Did they pray you get their stuff together? You have to really know. You have to, like you said, you have to put in the work.
Yeah.
You know
put
what I mean?
in a position to be better.
You need to meet the need.
And the soup kitchen was two blocks down, right? And there was another center that men could go to just to wash up. You know what I mean? But we wash up to go back into the park. That didn't make no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is, in the archdiocese runs the, whether we want to believe it or not, the whole way churches are ran, right? Because that's where they get money from. That's how they get their funds from. People know they don't. They do, because there's no need for them. It's an archdiocese in every city. Mm-hmm. And that's crazy.
That is so many people that's walking around here with no place to live.
And guess who guess who owns the majority of all properties and everywhere the archdiocese is? The Catholic Church.
The Catholic Church. But a lot of times, we are now since COVID. But prior to COVID, we didn't have a lot of conversations regarding mental health.
Oh. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie, Ms. Crowley. This is the worst place to talk about mental health, because I don't know if you know about the history of our mental health hospitals.
I do.
Oh, they was let loose, and them mental patients. Oh yeah, they shut them all down.
They closed them. There's one by the what's the golf course? My husband he's gonna say something because we always go there. It's his favorite golf course, but there's a mental health hospital. Mm-hmm. That was formerly operated right by, y'all know I'm new here, Golf Valley, Hidden Valley Golf, right off of Inkster Road, by the rec center.
Okay.
But there's a golf course there. Right outside that golf course, there's the hospital, mental health hospital.
Listen.
Same thing I was on a committee in Annapolis, Maryland, where there was a mental hospital, and everyone, especially us, predominantly us, we had a number, not a name, a number. And you're buried by the number. Mm. I don't associate people with a number. We had, in the beginning, God created, He gave me a name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about ourselves.
I mean, but we was based off of numbers when we was born.
We were based off of numbers.
When we was born.
Social Security number.
Yeah,
that's our Social Security number, but that's not our identity.
No, I mean, this is where all of it goes to crap. We didn't have our own identity when we was born, especially in America, right? And then we don't bear the names on which we should, so we don't know who we are. Uh-huh. We don't know how our government is running us off as money, as bonds. When we are born, we are actually really money for other countries. I mean, we don't even look at that part. You know what I mean? So, but then that's what I've been trying to tell people with all religions. If you get a Catholic, a Muslim, a Christian, and them to walk together, things will change. I mean, really change. Well, but again, I digress because I done seen a Muslim read the Bible and the Quran, right?
Yeah.
I done seen some Christians read the Quran and the Bible. However,
that's wrong.
But they don't. Other groups don't care because the only people who focus on stuff like that. Well, I was about to joke and say us darkies, but the blacks, you know what I mean? The black, we so lost. We trying to find something that we can have faith in. You know what I mean? We are looking for something every single time. We're always looking for that person or that thing to say, "Oh yeah, I'm with that." You know what I mean? I'm talking about as a music artist. Because me and her is Jay-Z. You know, we like Jay-Z, and her over there, she like Lil Wayne.
I don't even know who he.
I mean, you know, this younger generation like drug
That's
addicts.
another topic. No, I like Wayne. I just Jay-Z. Just I learned more.
Jay-Z is not only more knowledgeable. His music is. It has more longevity to it.
And it has meaning
because he's giving you. He's telling you different things. Just pay attention to the music.
Anyway,
you know how all the buildings are owned by the people in America. Credit. Just there.
So y'all, I really enjoyed this conversation because
for sure.
I think it's always important to talk about the inner city. It's also good to have a lovely guest such as Miss Lady Priscilla Crawford.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it.
And again,
great having you.
And again, Saturday, May 3rd is going down at the City Praise
2 weeks,
Gospel
right?
Cafe.
We are 2 weeks away.
Only 2 weeks away.
Miles.
No. Okay.
It only works when I do it.
Oh, it do. If y'all want to know more about it, give us a call at 248-780-9443. 248-780-9443. I need my glasses.
You didn't need your glasses. You read it perfectly.
You did. I was getting ready to say.
You read it perfectly.
I would have needed my reading glasses.
City Praise Gospel Cafe is at 351 Inkster Road in Inkster, Michigan. If not, Mike can take care of all y'all expenses. No, we're about to give two tickets away for Mike, okay?
Okay.
If y'all can, here's the question. You ready?
Yeah.
Who can answer?
Don't ask Shani.
I definitely will answer her. If y'all could call in and tell us where Miss Lady Priscilla is from, in her area where she's from, give us a call at 810-560-0658. If you say, let us know where she's from, in the area where she's from, you win 2 tickets. All right.
If somebody call and say Maryland, they ain't been listening.
No,
they came in late.
Yeah, they came in late.
Yeah. Oh, they came in late.
Yeah, definitely came in late.
Good point. They might have come
guess
in.
What? They don't deserve it. So,
wow.
I mean, if you came late and you don't answer the question,
Miss Rhea came in late. She gets a pass.
No, because y'all trying to act like God again. Y'all trying to give him grace. Y'all can't get
We are saved by grace.
Yes.
Okay. We are saved by grace.
You were saved by grace. You ain't gonna save these Negroes with grace with this one. They gotta call with the right answer. They gotta
We are
know.
saved by grace.
Before people get to calling in with the right or wrong answer, when did you move from where you were originally from to Maryland?
I moved from that place.
There you go.
I got you. I moved from that place in 1992.
Okay.
My oldest sister, Cynthia, who I love dearly, I'm telling all her business because I can. She was in love with someone in the military. And he was stationed in Virginia. And because people used to think people thought we were twins, and she said, "I'm moving. You're not leaving me." Yeah. So in 1992, I moved to Alexandria, Virginia. That's where I moved to, and that's when Chocolate City was Chocolate City.
Right.
That's when Mayor Berry was handling things.
Yeah. Cocaine and everything.
I don't know that time. We don't know that time.
And see, those are the things that Brittany might not know, but the history of us.
She ain't gonna know nothing anyway.
The history that's in Detroit is just like the history in Washington, D.C. during that time.
Yes,
Gotcha.
So I moved at the right time. I learned a lot about the history, good, bad, and indifferent, but that was a trophy if you were living in D.C. at that particular time.
So Brittany,
I'm thinking of going advantage of every second, Chantel, because I was single
D.C.
and
was
mingle.
called Chocolate City.
Well, that's where the men are.
Shout out Marion Berry.
That's why I'm going. That's where the men are.
Yeah.
For me,
Calvin, you was not included in this. So you are not a woman. You cannot win.
Shout out Marion Berry one time.
Marion Berry one time.
He got it.
Okay.
All right, Cal, what's the answer?
No, he can't win a ticket.
He's not a woman.
He's not a woman.
He
That's
can give.
right.
He can give. He can
They say
give.
women.
he
Oh,
can
okay.
give it to
We exclude
women.
Hey, once again, we excluded Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry about it, black man. Hey, look, I'm gonna give you some grace. We'll get the next one.
Okay.
All right.
All right, John.
No, you don't.
He know
The thing
women.
is, no, he don't want to get no woman on nothing. Like I don't want to get no woman on nothing. Thank you, Cal.
So
Anyway.
it's been confirmed that I'm gonna leave Detroit, and I'm going over there to DC. And
Ladies, if y'all been listening from the beginning, make sure
I'm
y'all
so
call
serious. I
in. So
believe
I'll
that's
get y'all
where I
free
need to
ticket.
be.
Yeah.
Detroit men ain't working for me.
Huh?
They're not working for me. I got to go on that side of town.
No, you don't. You better be careful. Hey, look, there you go. You better be careful.
No, I know, cause
No,
yeah.
Brittany operating and walking in discernment. She got it. Thank you.
It with her discernment, you don't want no extra luggage.
No,
Right.
she will not.
That's right. Unless it's yours.
Right. You don't want no extra
I know what
baggage.
you saying.
If she does, then I will directly connect her to Dr. Palmer,
Okay.
who's in Maryland.
Okay, yeah. There you go. Because listen, when I was in DC, I was like,
What age?
4 months ago.
Oh.
And it was terrible. I
Were
was
you
sitting there-
Chocolate Thunder then?
I'm still Chocolate Thunder.
Oh God.
313. My only Christian page.
Your OnlyFans page. What happened? What happened when you was in DC?
He said his only Christian.
It's
really his OnlyFans.
Go to onlychristian.com/Chocolate Thunder 313.
Two subscribers. Him and somebody else.
But all jokes aside, you have to be update with what's going on in the world. Because this was when I was living in Maryland. I picked up my girls from school and we were getting off the elevator. I said, girls, I'm going to start an OnlyFans page. They looked at each other and started laughing.
Like, do you even know what that is?
They laughed first.
Like she did.
She's inwardly really laughing harder than what she's showing. Right, Chantel is too. She's just doing something. They were like, "Mom, do you know what that is?" I said, "Yes, that's the page where your fans can come on." They said,
Well, actually,
"Mom,
Well, technically,
They are fans.
They are fans.
it's not all, it's not all sex. It's not all.
not. You can. It's a
you
lot of
can
people.
start it like that." But I was watching something. The lady was talking about. She has an OnlyFans page and she does like house.
Yeah. They got a girl
Domestic thing.
They got a girl who do cupcakes on there.
Yeah.
No, you
But
can
at
do
that time,
You can
that's
bake,
not-
you can cook, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Look,
then you got your girls that-
don't tempt the devil. I'm not even going there. Yeah, I'm not even going.
Well, that's why I'm gonna start my Only Christians fan.
That's not be there. Who's gonna be there, Miles? You.
She said,
What you gonna call yourself on there? You can't call yourself Pastor Chocolate.
Huh?
You can't call your Pastor Chocolate.
No, my name is
Dog.
my name is gonna be Dr. Chocolate.
Okay.
So
All right.
since everybody else paying for doctorate degrees, they only $5,000.
Or you can get an honorary.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which means
No, but shout out,
you're
shout
about
out to,
something.
yeah. Shout out to University of Phoenix.
They still exist?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all, we gotta get out of here. Y'all,
We do.
thank you.
Oh, thanks for that. That's mine.
Thank you, Ms. Crawford, for joining us today. We had a great
thank
time.
you.
it's been a pleasure. Can I tell everyone about my social media pages?
Yes, please do. I was
So,
about to say, tell everybody where they can
Facebook,
find you.
Priscilla Crawford. Instagram, Priscilla D. Crawford. And I'm on TikTok now. I'm on TikTok.
Shani loves that.
Same name.
Priscilla D. Lipscomb Crawford. And I got on TikTok because it's so fun.
Everybody loves TikTok.
I haven't get bit by that bug yet.
I got bit by, and I have a TikTok bestie. She's your age. And she's from another state, and I love her.
I haven't got bit yet.
Yes, I have a TikTok bestie.
I'm terrified of
If it
TikTok.
bite me, I'm gonna bite it back.
Because
just
I'm
letting you know
not,
that.
I can't get bit. Facebook and Instagram is enough.
It's nice.
Because TikTok, they say you could be on there for an hour.
Y'all see me?
You can be, but if you try it, they will dismantle your page.
The way that you...
So I pop on like I do my other social media. I pop on, pop off. And the reason why I'm on social media, because I believe that you should have a purpose in your life.
Yes.
And when you get to know your purpose, you should...
Purpose is everything to me.
Purpose is everything. And one of my God-given purposes is to motivate people.
Praise God.
Motivate people into their why and show them the love of God. Not because I've never done anything wrong. I got some stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That Detroit man just wasn't chasing me because I didn't say something back to him.
Okay.
I gave him some verbiage to come after as well.
Yeah.
But yes, that's part of why I have a social media, and I am a speaker as well.
That's good.
That's exactly why you should start an OnlyFans. You should teach them. You should teach women how to keep a man.
Ooh.
Well, I got stories about that too. But we can do all things with grace and class.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we need to bring that back for the women.
Yeah,
being graceful and having
You
class.
know what? I'm gonna change the name from the Only Quit. Mine's gonna be like OnlyFans for 50 from 50 and up.com.
Okay.
Well, let that. Never mind.
Shut up.
Are they looking for? Never mind.
No, they looking.
Are you looking for a purse? Or are you looking for a nurse? At that age, you looking for a purse or a nurse? Which one is it?
You know, I always say
You look for a nurse.
you either predator or prey in this world. So you better decide which one you want to be. No, not that kind of prey.
We're gonna pray together.
I'm talking about prey like a pigeon.
No.
Look at now, she gonna shoot. Okay, y'all, we gotta get out
Miles,
of
you
here.
looking for a nurse, not a person.
First of all, I'm not looking for no nurse because I am the doctor. Anyway, so listen, we'll see y'all.
On that note, I'm leaving.
Yeah, bye.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you all.
Bye.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances.